Cinderella is a very simple and beautiful young woman who dreams of finding love and happiness. Unfortunately, she is mistreated and abused by her evil stepmother and stepsisters on a daily basis and have no way of escaping their cruelty. However, when she discovers a flesh-bound ancient book that can summon a fairy godmother, her luck changes. The fairy godmother grants Cinderella a wish and she chooses revenge. So the film starts and we see a woman tied up in a house who was injured and her husband did this to her, to which she begs for her life and that please come to your senses and don't kill me, leave me, because her husband was just about to kill her. At the same time, we also see the dead bodies around, which are the daughter of that man who was not killed by anyone else. But this man killed her. Then the man's wife says that someone has taken you under their control. Someone is playing with you. So please try to come to your senses. But he was not ready to listen to her. Then a book fell in front of the man. His wife says that this is the same devilish book that has taken you under its control. So please don't open it because there are evil things in it, very bad. But that man who was really in someone's control without thinking opens this book, and as soon as this happens, four devils suddenly come there and surround the man and tell him to kill his wife. Now a girl's drawing was made in the book, whose neck suddenly turns because someone had killed her. As soon as this happens, the man sees the same devil instead of her wife, whose eyes are looking very drowny, full of red blood. The man was very scared. He felt that this is the devil and he cursed her throat, which causes his wife's death. After a while, when the man came to his senses, he was very sorry for what he had done. He took his wife's body in his lap and cried a lot. But then all the devils come here. At this time, their leader also came, who also kills that man. In fact, through this book, anyone can control the devil, call him to himself, where the devil and his leader come and fulfill the 3 wishes of that person. But after that, they also need one thing. But the devil doesn't tell this before fulfilling the wishes. That is, they play with that person. According to them, after fulfilling the wishes, that person also has to become a devil like them. If he doesn't do this, then that devil gives him a curse. That is a curse from which that person comes under his control and kills anyone. That's why this man killed his family, because he was also cursed, and when he refused to meet them, they killed him. After this, we see the main character of the story, Cinderella, where her stepmother is beating her a lot and that poor girl is locked in a room. After her mother passed away, all this was happening with Cinderella. Her place was no less than a maid. He used to do all the maid work, because of which she starts crying a lot. Then she starts writing about her life in her diary. Now Cinderella also had 2 stepsisters who used to treat her the same way. Every time she used to bother her and make fun of her. Her elder sister's name was Ingrid. In the evening, everyone was sitting at the table for dinner and Cinderella was giving everyone food. Suddenly she hears someone falling outside. When she went to check, the maid of the house had fallen, whose foot was injured. Cinderella picks her up and takes her to the garden and traces her foot. These two then started talking. That maid says, "Cinderella, you were such a good girl. Why are you living such a life? They treat you so badly. You should leave from here." Cinderella says, "I'm staying here only because of my dad. He has gone for some work. When he comes, I will see him and live from here forever." Then the maid's son came, who had stolen bread from a bakery. The three of them started eating together. The next day, a royal family comes to their house, in which a prince came with his parents, king and queen, because he came to see both the sisters of Cinderella for marriage. The prince's parents look after both the girls very well to choose a CA, but the prince was not interested in these things. That's why he makes an excuse to go to the bathroom and leaves from there. Looking at the other rooms of the house, when he was roaming, he meets Cinderella. At first sight, he kept looking at her. That means he liked her. And now he holds Cinderella's hand and pulls her out and brings her to the garden. And through the window, Ingrid had seen both of them. The prince praises Cinderella's beauty a lot and says, "I have become crazy about you, I swear. At first sight, I have fallen in love with you, and I will marry you only." Then he says that there is going to be a royal dance party in our palace. You must come, okay? I will wait for you. Saying this, he says goodbye to Cinderella and he leaves from there. Now, thinking about the prince, Cinderella is very happy. She thinks that maybe my good days are going to come. I have got the prince of my dreams. That's why she writes a lot of praises about the prince in her diary. But Ingrid feels very bad about all these things, and she goes and tells the whole story to her mother. The prince had chosen Cinderella, which made her very angry. She beats Cinderella. Then she teaches Cinderella's best friend Anna, the maid, a lesson. She takes her to a room with her. She says that you keep provoking her at the time. You encourage her. After that, these people throw her on a table and tie her there. Then her stepmother beats her very hard with sticks, and she screams in pain and calls for help. But there was no one there to help her because Cinderella is not here either. After that, they beat her hard with a sharp tool and repeatedly attack her and kill her. Cinderella is sitting in the garden and writing in her diary. That's when Ingrid comes to call her home. When Cinderella came home, she saw the maid's body and broke down. She started crying. Now her stepmother deliberately holds a dagger in Cinderella's hand and tells her to put it inside the maid. But Cinderella refuses it, crying that I can't do this. Then her stepmother forcing Cinderella and says that if you don't do this, I will hurt you more, even though she doesn't want to. Cinderella puts the dagger in her hand, with which she cries a lot. She screams. She is also told to put the maid's body in its place and clean the room. Now, because of this whole incident, Cinderella was in a deep shock, and now she is not talking to anymore. Then we see that the prince calls Ingrid to meet somewhere because their marriage was fixed, and here Ingrid was very angry with the prince. She says that, why did you take Cinderella out? You want to keep a relationship with her and also want to marry me. But I will never let this happen. Then the prince, who was very cheap boy, says that I was doing it with her like this. I love you and watch. I will call you to dance in the royal party that is says, I will choose you for the wedding and announce that I will make you my queen. On the same night, Cinderella goes to the jungle to bury the bones of her faint maid. When she digs the ground, she finds the same evil book here. She picks it up and brings it to her house. When everyone was sitting and eating, Cinderella asked her stepmother about the son of the maid Anna. Where is he? On this, she lies that he has returned to his town. But somewhere Cinderella also had a doubt that she was hiding something. And ignoring this, they all start eating. But then Cinderella starts thinking about the devil and the evil book. And when she looks up, she sees the devil sitting in front of her in his own form. When she sees him, she gets very scared, screaming loudly. She ran away from there. After a while, her second stepsister Hannah came to her room. She gives her glass sandals and says that when you go to the prince at the dance party, wear these sandals. These are my sandals anyway, but I am not getting full, so I am giving you. Saying this, her sister started going. But before going, she steals Cinderella's diary. When Cinderella was sleeping at night, she suddenly opened her eyes due to some noise. When she saw there was a devil standing outside the room with a drawer. When she saw him, she got very scared, but the devil says that I can get you out of this painful life, and I can fulfill your 3 wishes so that your life can change. And now he slowly started moving towards Cinderella. Because of the fear, she starts screaming loudly, with which she opened her eyes because it was her droner's dream. And it was such a horrible dream that even after waking up from sleep, her heart was beating very fast. But somehow she handles herself. When she saw in front of her there was Ingrid standing there, who tells her to get ready for the royal party with her, because today was the day of the dance party. Cinderella gets ready well and happily comes there to go to the party. But her mother got angry on seeing her. She refuses to take her with her. Her mom got so angry that she beats Cinderella first and then spoils her dress. Even after this, when her heart was not satisfied, they went to the party saying that she was very bad. Then we see that they had kept the maid's son in a house somewhere, about which Cinderella didn't know. And that poor girl goes to her room and starts crying. Where then her eyes went to the devil's book. She picks it up and starts reading. She saw a girl on the first page of the book who was wearing a dress like her mom. Then on the first page, some lines were written on their own. Then on the first page, some lines were written on their own, which Cinderella starts reading. Suddenly all the lights and candles went out. With whom there is darkness there. She realized that there is someone around her. That's why she started shouting, Who is there? With whom the same 4 devils come and stand around her. The devil leader had also come here. He tells Cinderella that you have contacted us through this book to help you, and now that we have come, we will fulfill all your 3 wishes. Although Cinderella was very scared, but this was the right opportunity to go to the dance party and meet the prince. That's why she asked for her first wish here, that I want to go to the royal party and dance with the prince. I don't have anything to go there, for which I need good clothes and a carriage. The devil fulfills her wish. First of all, she puts on a beautiful dress, and by doing a good makeup, she gives her some makeover that she changes completely and becomes beautiful, and now she really doesn't look less than a princess, which makes her very happy to go to the party. The carriage had also come down and stood up, and because Cinderella had asked for 2 wishes here, and now she tells the devil that I will ask for my 3rd wish later. When Cinderella went to the party, everyone kept looking at her. Here Ingrid was dancing with the prince, and she gets jealous seeing Cinderella. To trap Cinderella, she got an idea in her mind. She goes and says that the prince loves you and you two should dance, after which they started dancing, where Cinderella tells the prince what is in her heart, that I love you very much, but the prince turns his face and insulting him. He says that I can never love a girl like you. He then drops her. He stops the party, after which the prince and Ingrid started making fun of Cinderella. That poor girl got very sad. She starts crying. Now Cinderella's second stepsister Hannah gives the prince her diary, which she reads and tells everyone. In this, Cinderella had written that I have got my true love, the prince of my dreams, and that is the prince with whom I want to spend the rest of my life, which was obviously very big and impossible. Hearing this, everyone at the party started laughing loudly. Now Ingrid tells everyone that you can think of her as a toy, and you can do whatever you want with her. Hearing this, everyone starts punching her again and again while making fun of Cinderella, which made that poor girl very angry. Along with that, she also got angry, and now to take revenge, she also asked for her 3rd wish, that is only revenge, the death of all of them. On this, the devil say that you will get revenge, but in the end you will also become a devil like us, and if you don't do this, then we will give you a curse. Now Cinderella, who had already lost her life, she says yes to him, with whom her revenge begins. That is the game of revenge, and Cinderella's eyes also become like a devil, and her devilish smile on her face. Her entire form changed. It felt like someone had completely taken her under their control, which was obviously the work of these devils. That is, she had been cursed, which was not told to her by the devils before. After that, she closes all the doors in the party hall. Then she calls the devils here, and she starts killing everyone with her hands, due to which the party is full of people everywhere. The fire of revenge was burning inside Cinderella. That's why she also starts killing people with her glass shoes. She was putting the heel of the shoe in someone's neck, so it was getting stuck in someone's stomach. Because of fear, everyone started running here and there. They also go to the door, but the doors don't open. Here, Cinderella now kills her parents in front of the prince. Now, as soon as the door opened, people started running from there. Ingrid and the prince go to another room and hide, while Cinderella's another stepsister Hannah starts going from there without making a sound, but Cinderella, who had seen her, comes back and stands. where the devils come and catch her sister. Now she had given Cinderella shoes and stole her diary, and because her shoes are not fitting, that's why Cinderella takes a scissor and cuts off all her toes. And now she fears it well and puts on the shoes, so but with pain. Her stepsister starts screaming loudly. Then Cinderella attacks her with her another sandal and kills her too. And she was covered with blood. Hearing her screams, the prince and Ingrid also get scared completely. But here, to save his life, the prince also cheats on Ingrid. He throws a steel bucket near Ingrid and makes a noise so that Cinderella comes here and finishes it too. And the prince himself runs away from here. And now the next number was Ingrid's. She tries a lot to hide, but finally Cinderella found her and Sandal wraps her face and completely kills her. And now Cinderella goes straight up where the prince was hiding because he ran there to save his life. Finally she finds him too, where the prince once again tries to trap her. It's not my fault. It was all Ingrid's plan, and I love you. But Cinderella knew it was a lie, and he was acting with her. So without listening to him, she throws him on the bed, where all the devils come and eat the prince badly. Now everyone was killed, and only Cinderella's mother was left, who was running away from here. Cinderella couldn't kill her, so she starts laughing at her, and she starts provoking Cinderella. It's your father's death, and I killed him. Hearing this, Cinderella got so angry that she burns her in hell. Now, after this game of death, the devils and their leader stand in front of Cinderella. The leader tells her that now you two have to become like us and join us. On this, Cinderella says that this can never happen. And yes, if I have to become like you, then I will become. But I won't bow down in front of anyone, because I don't want to be your slave and stay with you. And now she becomes so dangerous that she kills the leader with the same shoe. Seeing this, all the devils bowed down in front of Cinderella and started following her in everything. That means they have chosen their new leader Cinderella, and when she started leaving from here, the rest of the devils also started following her. And with this, the story of this film ends here.